Have you been thinking about putting your home on the market in Calgary recently? And you're thinking to yourself, how long is it going to take for my home to sell? What is the current market condition? What can I do to help speed that process up and take control? Well, stick around to the end of the video and I'll be sharing with you my tips and tricks on how to sell your home super quick in Calgary's real estate market in 2024. Hey folks, it's Alex Menzies here, your local Calgary Realtor with eXp Realty, here to provide you with key insights on the Calgary real estate market and also provide you with some of my tips and tricks on how to navigate the real estate market as a buyer and a seller. Today we're going to be focusing on sellers and how quickly you can sell your home in the Calgary real estate market. With that said, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you never miss out on another upload. And leave a comment down below if you've got any questions that I can help you with. And with that said, let's dive straight into what you can do today to help sell your home faster for more money in Calgary's real estate market 2024. First things first, understanding the current market conditions in the Calgary real estate market is super crucial. As of recording in early April 24, our recent statistics from the Calgary Real Estate Board indicate that we are still very much in a seller's market. We're getting a lot of new listings coming onto the market, but we've also got a lot of people buying at the same time. As a result of that, we've got just under a month of inventory on the market currently. Now, this is great news for sellers because we know that the demand is still there and it doesn't seem to be letting up anytime soon. The average number of days on market last month was also just 20 days on market. But if that's all there was to it, this would be a very, very short video indeed. There's a number of factors and variables that you need to consider when it comes to marketing your property. And first off, we got to look at pricing. So year to date, the average benchmark pricing for all residential properties was $584,866. The benchmark across Calgary for detached family homes was $721,066. For apartments, it was $330,433. Semi-detached homes, $640,633. And row and townhouse properties, $437,200. Pricing your home correctly from the start is absolutely crucial. You price it too high, you may not get the attention you wish to have. Pricing your property too low, however, you could be leaving a lot of money on the table. And this is money that you could be putting towards your next home if you're upsizing. If you're downsizing, it could be another investment. It could be that new car that you've always dreamed of getting. It could be putting your kids through college. It could be a number of different things. I would always recommend that you seek guidance from a licensed realtor who knows the market well in your area. With you as their client, your realtor's job is to guide you through this process and to give you all of the information to help you make informed decisions along the way. We can provide you with recommendations on how you should price your property from the outset. However, the decision sits with you. What you want to put as the list price for your property is ultimately your decision. As we've seen so far this year, property prices are continuing to increase month on month. Sometimes properties are going for way over and above listing price. Now, that initial price that you list your property at, it may be way off, and that's okay. We can make adjustments as we go along. Just take the advice of your realtor, make an informed decision based on the information that you're given, based on the data that you're given with the current status of the real estate market in your area, and make those adjustments as and when required. But ultimately, the true value of your property will be determined by the market. Making a great first impression is super, super important, and that is where home staging comes into play. Now, this can be done with the help of your realtor, or you can employ the services of a professional home stager. A couple of things I would always recommend is making sure that the front of your property is kept clean and presentable. So if you've got grass out the front of your property, make sure it's all cut neatly. Make sure any trees or plants are pruned. Whether you want to do that yourself or you want to employ the services of someone to do that for you is entirely up to you. But curb appeal goes a long way to selling a home quickly. Ultimately, we want to get as many people through that door as possible. And so that curb appeal, people see the for sale sign out front, but the place looks a little bit messy, unkept, they may not want to go in. You also want to try to declutter and depersonalize the inside of the property as much as you can. Now, I appreciate for those of you who are going to be living there in the meantime while you're trying to sell the property, you may not want to depersonalize it too much. You've still got to enjoy the space that you're living in, right? However, we ultimately want potential buyers to be walking through the door, to be able to walk around and envision themselves living in the space. That's how we're going to get those offers. Again, consider hiring a professional stager for the best results here. In today's digital age, and especially after the way that the world has changed following on from the events of recent years, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The online listing and the online presence of your home is ultimately its first showing. So once the home has been staged correctly, we want to get those professional photos done and even professional videography if you want to go that far. Although I would always recommend you use a realtor, biased though it may seem, if you're not using a realtor, please make sure that you add a compelling property description that highlights your home's best features. While the images themselves and the way that your home is presented is super critical, people will still comb through that property listing description to help them make a decision as to whether or not they want to go and view the property in person. Again, it's all about getting people through the door. So whatever you can do to support that, that's how we're going to get those offers. As a realtor myself, my approach to marketing a property would certainly be to leverage social media. Almost everyone is there, almost everyone is on it, and I've found this to be one of the best possible ways in today's digital age to put your product or service in front of as many people as possible in the shortest space of time possible. So this would include things like property tours, whether it be short form content on Instagram and TikTok, or long form content with more detailed tours of your property on YouTube. Gone are the days where it was enough to just post an ad in a local publication, right? With most people now being glued to their phones in their spare time, myself included, leveraging social media is the best way to get in front of the masses, and quite possibly one of the easiest ways to get in front of the masses. Open houses and private showings are your opportunity to showcase your property in its best light. I would always recommend to make sure that your home is clean, well lit, and inviting for those potential buyers. We want to get them in the door so that they can really start to envision themselves living in that space. Also, top tip, put away any personal items or any valuables or anything like that that you might be worried about. If you've got a realtor hosting the open house on your behalf, which I would always recommend, as that's going to give you the most genuine response from those potential buyers that are looking around the property and get some real honest feedback from them. The realtor who hosts the open house on your behalf will also make sure that that is done for you. Remember, even though it may be difficult, especially if you've got kids or if you've got an elderly person or if you've got a disabled person who finds it difficult to get in and out of the house, especially at short notice, flexibility here is absolutely key to accommodating the schedules of those potential buyers. And again, more people we get through the door in the shortest time space possible, the more opportunity we have to maximize the likelihood of getting an offer. But the real skill is in the negotiation. Receiving an offer on your home is one of the best feelings. It's super exciting. It's super important to evaluate each offer carefully. It's not just about accepting the highest bid that you receive on the property. You also want to take note of any conditions within that offer. Common terms or conditions that people may put into contracts are things such as professional cleaning before taking possession, leaving certain items that are not necessarily fixed to the property. These are all part of that package, and you want to understand what those conditions are, what the impact it is to you as the seller, how that impacts you and your onward plans after you leave the property. Don't just go with the highest price. We want to maximize the amount of money that we're getting for your property, but also we don't want to leave you in a position where you're making sacrifices in other areas just for the sake of a couple of $1,000. Again, I would always recommend that you seek professional advice from a licensed realtor and or legal advice when it comes to receiving, accepting, negotiating offers. That whole process can get pretty messy if you don't cross the T's and dot the I's. So make sure to read things thoroughly. And again, best case scenario, get that professional advice. Selling your home in Calgary doesn't have to be overwhelming. With the right preparation, presentation, and pricing, you can definitely achieve a successful sale. You can do it quickly and you can do it for the best price. If you're looking for personalized advice or you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out. All of my contact information is in the description of the video. You can also leave a comment down below and I'll get back to you that way as well. Please like the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to see more content. Click that notification bell so you never miss an upload from me. If you want to get the latest updates on what's going on with the Calgary real estate market, then please click on the playlist up here where you'll be able to view the latest upload. I provide monthly videos where I break down and assess the statistics from the Calgary Real Estate Board to provide you, whether you're a buyer or a seller, with guidance on how to navigate the Calgary real estate market. Thank you so much for sticking to the end of the video. Have an awesome day. Take care of yourself and I'll see you in the next one.